is what it looks like when I'm thinking of a video idea. What do I want to talk about? What am I most excited to talk about? I could talk about a lot of things, I get asked a lot of questions, but oftentimes I'm not excited to talk about those things. One thing actually someone just messaged me about, I find it a good topic, could help a lot of people.
I got a serious question for you, Ted. How did you overcome your marijuana addiction? Any tips or advice would be greatly appreciated. I would also recommend maybe if you could make a video on that for your YouTube channel. I think a lot of people would benefit from it.
How to quit marijuana.
I don't smoke weed, by the way. I used to, but I quit because of you.
How to quit weed. How to stop smoking so much weed. How to stop smoking weed altogether. I was known as the pot smoker. I changed my middle name on Facebook, and I was going to change it legally to Herb. So my initials would be THC. Tetrahydrocannabinoid. THC, the active ingredient in weed that gets you stoned. But I stopped smoking weed because it wasn't taking me to where I wanted to go, and where I wanted to go was the highest heights of health and vitality. And I walk around high every day now without having to smoke it. And in fact, I don't think weed gets too high. I think weed gets too low. Because if you judge, or if you define a drug by how it makes you feel, more often than not, well, more often than not, weed actually makes you feel low. You're burnt out many hours after you smoke it. When you smoke weed, you're high for maybe 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour, maximum 2 hours you're stoned. Like really stoned. After that, it's burnout, baby. You're burnt out for the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. So, an avocado is like 80% fat. And the rest is, you know, carbohydrate and protein. But we don't call an avocado a protein source or a carbohydrate source. We call it a fat source because it's dominantly a fat source. And weed dominantly gets you low, not high. So I was definitely relying on weed for creativity. I was relying on it to go to sleep. I was relying on it for stress relief. I was relying on it for enjoyment of life. I was dependent on a drug to enjoy my food. I was dependent on a drug to enjoy mowing the lawn, to enjoy going to school. I was so dependent on weed in order to enjoy things more. And I was dependent on it to fall asleep. Are you kidding me? I couldn't fall asleep without it. It was a drug, it was a medication, it was my ball and chain. I went 3 nights without sleeping when I first tried to quit. And this was during school, so it was during high school. I remember going to school every day so tired. I didn't tell anyone. I felt like I was in Fight Club, like first rule of Fight Club, don't tell anyone you're in Fight Club. First rule of quitting weed, don't tell anyone you're quitting weed. Don't tell anyone you're insomniac. You're an insomniac. But straight up, couldn't sleep because I needed that. And stress was building, man, stress was building. And anytime stress was building in the past, I just smoked some weed. I just vaporized some weed and the stress would go away. So I knew I had to get off it. Like, this was bad. I've always wanted to master my life. I always wanted to be a master of my life. Master things, like master playing soccer, master a certain skateboard trick, or master a certain computer game or something. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna master not being hooked on weed. And so I bought a vaporizer because I thought that was a healthier way of consuming weed, was to vaporize it. Kind of like those e-cigs nowadays. Bought a big Volcano vaporizer for like 600 bucks. Always had my friends over, get stoned in my room. And that was good times. And then what I eventually did, because I knew I wanted to get off it, I held the vision of one day not smoking it at all anymore. I would turn down the vape just a notch. There's like 12 levels on it. And like level 12 is basically like smoking the weed, and level 6 is like it's a good strong mist going in there, strong thick vapor. And level 5 and level 4, level 3, it gets more and more faint. And by the time you get down to like level 2 or level 1, you're just like inhaling like weed flavored air basically. Like there's hardly any THC at all, if any, in there. So I would just slowly turn down the dial. So I definitely weaned myself off weed. Some people quit cold turkey, but there comes a day where you do have to quit cold turkey. Sure, you can wean yourself off, but then one day you've got to be nothing. And so that's how I did it. I just kept turning the dial down, turning the dial down, turning the dial down, one notch at a time. And oftentimes I remember thinking like, this could be the last night, this could be the last night, I was getting myself ready. I'm like, this could be the last ceremony here, this could be the last one, I'm pretty much done with you after this. And then when I finally did pull the plug, like quite literally on the vaporizer, I pulled the plug out of the wall and packed it away. There were still definitely weeks that would go by, months that would go by where I'd consider doing it again just to see what it would be like. And every time I did that on a raw vegan diet, felt like crap, felt like crap, felt like crap. But I had to have been on the raw vegan diet for me to experience that contrast. If I was just continuously eating a vegan junk food diet like most people out there, or a standard North American diet like most people out there, and I smoked the weed, I wouldn't feel as bad. But because you feel so damn good on raw, you really experience the contrast when you smoke or vaporize weed. So, yeah, it's different for everyone, but if you really want to get off it, you will. You'll find a way. You just have to be really inspired to eat super clean and to live a really clean life. You've got to be super inspired to just get rid of that shit altogether. You got to be inspired to see it as a drug. You've got to be inspired enough to face the fact that you could be addicted, that you potentially are addicted, or in my case that I was addicted. And you got to get help, man. Get help from either, you know, up there or in here, or the people around you, your family, your crew, people on YouTube. Just get help. But you don't need to smoke weed ever. And I think the opposite of addiction is not sobriety. The opposite of addiction is a healthy connection. Because the people who smoke weed, they love weed. They're connected with it. They have a, what I call an unhealthy connection with weed. So the opposite of addiction is not just being totally sober from it, not being, you know, off it. It's to then switch that unhealthy connection with a healthy connection. So get connected with friends in real life. Get connected with maybe apricots, pears, plums, nectarines, peaches, white flesh, nectarines, mangoes, papayas, juicy fruits, and exercise. Create a healthy connection there. Go to the gym, go for big walks, go for audiobook walks. Listen to people who are where you want to be in life. Listen to their audiobooks, watch their YouTube videos, download the MP3, put it on your headphones and listen to that over and 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 over again. There's only one way to increase your awareness, and you're doing it right now. You're watching this video. You're watching videos that increase your awareness. And the results you get in life are a result of your level of awareness. You get in life what you're aware of how to get. So you're only living where you're living now because that's what you're aware of how to do. You know, our awareness is our cap, basically. You're only earning what you're earning now, not because you want to be earning what you're earning now, but because you're only aware of how to earn that much. If you were aware, like truly aware of how to earn 5 times as much money as you're earning right now, you'd be doing it. So we need to slowly increase our awareness, or we can instantly, massively increase our awareness when, like, we watch a Slaughterhouse film about veganism, right? That instantly increases our awareness. But typically it's bit by bit, by studying, by listening, by focusing on what it is we want. We're increasing our awareness ever so slightly, bit by bit. So as our awareness grows, our experience grows, and our results change. Our results are always in accordance with our level of awareness. And like I said, there's only one way of increasing your level of awareness, and you're doing that right now. You're studying, you're consuming content, and potentially you're putting out content. When you listen to this, you're gonna go watch, you're gonna go talk to your brother, talk to your sister, talk to your mom or dad about this, maybe have a discussion about it. That's another way of increasing your awareness. But just engaging your focus, engaging your thoughts on a certain topic will increase your awareness. So when it comes to being clean, being off drugs, you've got to focus on the fruit, man. Focus on what you want, don't focus on what you don't want. So I really just took my focus off the W-E-E-D and just put it all towards the F-R-U-I-T, the fruit and the health and vitality, the freedom lifestyle, man, the ball and chain free status. That's what I wanted. That's what I still want. That's what I'm always wanting. I'm wanting more and more and more of it. I have a beautiful relationship with fruit. I have a beautiful relationship with all my fruit friends. I didn't have beautiful relationships with my stoner friends, man. We're all addicts back then. You know, we're all only hanging out with each other so we could get high, we get our fix together. We'd go to great lengths to get our fix, man. We'd go in sketchy alleyways, we'd take buses really far, we'd take trains really far, we'd do shit in public. I don't even want to talk about some of the stuff we do just to get high, man. It's not a healthy relationship at all. Addicts, fiends, just jonesing for the next hit. Now at these fruit festivals, man, it's the opposite. Everyone's just totally chill. Everyone's just there for conversation, getting some sunlight, getting some fitness, getting a heart rate up. Sure, there's fruit in the background, but we're not addicted to the fruit. We're not hooked on it. Fruit really is a distraction at these festivals. It's all laid out there. You can have it if you want, but everyone's just so full here because of, you know, the solar plexus is full because we're engaged in conversation. We fill each other up. You don't only eat through your mouth, you know, you eat through what you eat through your ears as well, you eat through your eyes, and you can really feed yourself through your eyes and ears with great conversation, and mouth of course as well. But yeah, man, it's a different type of relationship now that I'm not smoking weed ever. And I definitely have vaporized it and smoked it early in my fruitarian game, but every time I did it, I hated it. So Yeah, I love the state of mind I'm in now. The only reason I smoked back then was to change my state of mind. But now I'm in love with my state of mind. Why would I want to change it? Why would I want to take a drug to change my state of mind? I love my state of mind. I love who I am. I love who I've become. I love who I'm becoming. I'm really excited to be there consciously, all there. Weed is just such a distraction. Sure, it maybe enhances some things for 20-30 minutes, but afterwards it's just, whew, you gotta see the big picture, man. It's like looking, you think weed gets you high. It's like seeing an avocado as like a carbohydrate source. Avocado's fat, man, 80%. And weed, when you smoke it, it's like 90% downer. So, if you want some greenery in your life, man, you don't need to smoke weed. You can just juice some vegetables. You can juice marijuana if you want. Drink the juice, it's not gonna get you high. It's just like juicing lettuce or something. Spinach. John Kohler's got a video on that, juicing weed. But anyways, peace out, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something from this video. Any more topics that inspire me? If you think that there's a topic out there that's gonna inspire me to talk about it, let me know. Weed was definitely a massive part of my life, so that's why I'm really open to talking about it. Other drugs, not so much, but weed was a big one. It was my identity, for sure. I was that guy. I was the go-to guy to get weed. When you needed it, you come to Ted. And then I switched it and I started selling fruit. I became a fruit hustler, selling bulk, wholesale fruit. And now it's the message I'm selling, man. I'm selling the message of fresh, raw, living foods. That's where it's at. Haha. Peace, guys. Thanks for watching. And always take the stairs. Any chance you get, take the stairs. Let's take them together. Sometimes I hold my breath. I try and run up these stairs. Let's do it here. Yeah, that's the stuff. Let's breathe in that clean air. Couldn't be cleaner. Maybe in Hawaii. Maybe Hawaii's cleaner. But this is good clean air, man. Deep British Columbia wilderness. Yeah, breathe it in. Alright, see you later. Peace out. Oh yeah, focus on inhaling clean air. If you want to inhale smoke, don't need to. Inhale clean air. Like, I take hits of clean air. I take hits of clean oxygen. Oh, that's good stuff. Anyways, peace for real.
Fruitarian, living lifestyle. Learn about the benefits and start now. Eating from the vine and feeling divine. Fruit living with nature's design.